Hello guys, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Kleinseelheim, which is found over at the farmingsimulator.com website in the beta section of the mod hub. Let me go ahead and read you some of the description up on the website. It says, welcome to Kleinseelheim. Here's what to expect. A small village with narrow streets, 4 forests, 3 small farms, 26 fields, 8 grasslands, 1 BGA, 1 sawmill, sell points for straw, wool, grain, compost, milk, and soy milk. This map is seasons ready, so that means that it does have a snow mask installed, mud on field, soy milk production, Seedmaster, Compost Master, and this map is prepared with chopped straw. So if you want to go ahead and add chopped straw to your mods list, you'll be able to take advantage of that little fertilizing bonus. So this map is currently for PC and Mac only. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So as we do with other map videos, we're going to pick our John Deere Gator. Let's pull up the log. Again, you can ignore these 2 warning messages. These relate to a map that I'm doing a challenge on and have nothing to do with the map in question here. Here we can see the fabric scripts loading up, so we know we do have a soy milk, Seedmaster. We've got seed and fertilizer fabric scripts, and our Compost Master. So there we go. So we are error free. So this is where we start. We spawn outside of our little home here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. So here we are. It's a modest sized map, and I'll just give you a hint that these fields are 2.5 hectares or so in size or smaller, to give you a general frame of reference here. The W fields represent the grass meadows. The forest areas represent the F represents the forested areas on the map. So this map has our standard crop types, and we own fields 4, 14, 8. I thought there was another one in here. I'm not seeing it at the moment, but we own at least 3 arable fields. We can go ahead and mow all of these grass areas. We don't have to buy them, so we basically own those at the outset. There are 2 main sell points on the map, as well as sell points for wood chips, silage, and wool. We do these videos on hard mode, so there aren't any starting crops in the silo on hard mode. Here's a list of our starting equipment, and as you can see, we don't have any of the equipment leased. We own all of this equipment from the start. It's all fairly low in hours, so we have fairly low maintenance to start out with. Let's go ahead and take out a loan so that we can go around and buy some animals. Alright, so we have all 3 animal types on this map. We start with no animals of any type and nothing in the various feed areas. And our silo has a capacity of 500,000 liters. Let's go ahead and drop this down to real time, and let's go ahead and take a look at our starting fleet. So we start with 2 tractors, ranging horsepower from 105 up to 110 horsepower, so pretty small tractors, medium-sized tractors maybe. We have the small pallet fork, or not pallet fork, the small front loader arms with a pallet fork. We have the Case 1660 harvester with grain header. We have a small dolly tipper, small cultivator and plow, and the baby seeder, and the small fertilized spreader. We've got a pair of weights and a front mower, forage wagon, and a power washer. Let's go ahead and pick up our Gator at the store. Let's check where the store is. Okay, so here's the shop. Oh, there's our gator right there. Let's hit reset and see what happens to it. So it resets over here, what looks like in the grass meadow, right beside where our spawn point is. So it should be right over here. Let's go ahead. There it is, right there. All right. So when it comes time to get that, we'll know where it is. Let's go back here to our starting point and take a look around the farm. So we start out with our chickens here, and oh my goodness, I hope we do not have to find eggs in this mess. That would be absolute agony. But at any rate, we've got a little storage shed here. Here's our silos. Here's your fill point and your dump point to dump into the silo. It's right there. Here we have some sheds. Looks like there may be a light in here. There is. It's not too terrible bright, but there is indeed a light in here. Here we have a fuel tank. And it looks like we have our cow area here on the main starting point. Looks like our water trough in there. We have a grass trough here. Let's see if this has any type of a trigger on it or if it's just decoration. That is just decoration. Alright. So here we have our big long feed trough. You'd need to come in through here, I guess, to do water. Oh no, here is your 2 silage bunkers. Okay. So you can come through here to get out here to water your cows. Or you could come out through here, I guess. And kind of sharp, so you're not going to be able to come in here with a really big trailer to water your animals. Got some calves out here. Here's our wash bay, and this is a seed storage silo. So if you buy seed, or if you produce seed at the Seedmaster, you can bring it in here, tip in there, and fill your seeders or your overloader wagon from here. This is where your slurry will come out for your cows. And I got quite the chuckle out of this. We've got a little outhouse right here on top of our slurry pit. So I thought that was rather funny. Here's where we got our milk. So it does not make it. It does not make mention in the description that the stop milk sale is a part of this map, but we do have the soy milk production. So that means that we basically have a way of selling milk if we want to. So we have a fill point here if we want to manually sell milk. Let's go ahead and buy up some cows. Okay. And are they in here? There's one walking out. There they are, walking around. Got a little old area to walk around in, not too big. Alright, you have to right click to close the door, left click to open the door. Here's where we can. There's where we're getting into our. And I like this. The way this has been treated here, where it's obviously this is well worn. Interesting. We got. You see that changing? The textures are kind of changing as we're walking close to it. Here we've got some more of our equipment: our plow, our cultivator, seeder, and fertilizer spreader. And here we have, now this sign is incorrect. This sign is basically indicating liquid fertilizer, but this is solid fertilizer. So if we open this up, you'll see the white texture there. So I don't know if there is a way of making fertilizer on this map. I don't recall in my walk around earlier, but you could buy solid fertilizer pallets and put them in here and kind of fill your seeders or your overloader wagon from there as a bulk way of doing it. Here's one of our little tractors and our harvester, and we've got a little baby customize and customize icon here. So let's see if we can put our tractor into the trigger. Let's see if we can figure out where that trigger is. Let's just park it here. There you go. So the repair trigger seems to be in that general vicinity. A fair bit of vehicle storage here in this shed. We also have our weights and our pallet forks over here. And this particular area is what I'm best guessing, because it does have collisions. You can see the red boxes there. I'm guessing this is just a tip point for root crop storage. We've got some additional storage building. Now I like this. It's got a little incandescent light. So often we see fluorescent lights in these buildings, but what I like about this is we've got the cord. I don't know how well you can see that, but we've got the cord running up the post, and then it just loops around the beam there and hangs. That is really nice. I really like that detail. And here we see our power cord coming up to our light switch. And there's our other tractor, our mower, there's our header and our forage wagon. So that's pretty much the cow farm. That's the shed we already looked at, and there's our tipper. Let's go on and let's take a look at this here. So this is one of the meadows that we can cut, or not cut, but yeah, mow. Got a little water here, and then there's a water fill point to get what I would assume would be free water. You can hear the birds chirping, or hopefully you hear the birds chirping from that little area there. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull back, see how far. Wow, we can pull back pretty good distance here, and kind of take a look at the map. Alright. Now, it looks like we might have some mud here at the entrance to this field. Yep. A little bit of mud there. Let's see. Alright, let's make our way up here to the animal buy point, where you would buy your animals and have them delivered or pick them up yourself. This kind of looks like a butcher shop. It's kind of interesting that this would be the trigger to buy animals at. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's definitely another. I think this is more akin to where you would go to sell your animals versus actually buy them. Alright, well, while we're down here, let's go ahead and take a look at this field. Field 11 is just 0.5 hectares in size, $41,000, but there are missions on the map. And right around the corner here, we have our Soymilk Facility. So let's see if we can't figure out how to get into that. And we also have one of our 2 buy points right here. So this was one of our 2 grain buy points. So it looks like we can get in from there. Can we get in from this side of the road? We're a dealer here on the left. We'll have to swing by in there here in a little bit. Alright. We're going to have to make another round about the block. I really like this building off here to the left. Let's stop and take a look at that a little bit. I'm sure that I've seen this building somewhere, but I really don't know where. But I really like this this look for this map. It really looks nice. Kind of a I don't know if this is kind of like a cafe. We got a newsstand here with drinks and candy in the background and magazines and whatnot. We've definitely seen this guy before. This crotchety old angry guy. We've seen this guy before. He's kind of in shock at something. And we've got this lady who's seems a little stiff-backed. Not quite. You need to lean back a little bit more. That does not look comfortable. At any rate, let's make sure we don't miss the turn in this time. Al Pro Soy. So we turn on in here, and here's our soy milk facility. And does this look familiar at all? This is the Old Streams house in the Old Streams building. Been kind of I don't know if it's been retextured, cleaned up a little bit, but I kind of like it. It kind of fits here as an entry point to our soy milk facility. So if anyone's not seen this before, this facility makes milk from soybeans. And the way it works is you put your soybeans here, you tip in your soybeans here. So here's our information screen. So it takes 50,000 liters of soybeans, 90,000 liters of water, and 20,000 liters of fuel. And you can produce slurry, milk, and pig food. That's what you get out of this thing. So you put your soybeans there, you put your water here, you put your fuel over here where we come in at. So your fuel goes in there. You get milk out of here. Okay. So there's your milk. Here's your slurry. And your pig food comes out the pipe. And when this is running, it's really cool because this particular area fills up with water, and then you see it kind of get foamy and whatnot. So it's got some pretty interesting animations when it is running. Alright, let's back up. Let's go in cab so that we can kind of see where we're driving here. Alright, we need to come back around here. While we're at it, let's go ahead and check out the price for Field 12. Field 12 has this windmill in the wind turbine right here in the middle of the field with some trees. It's a nice, interesting aspect. So, 2.58 hectares, $200,000. It's saying our gator is in the way of being able to spawn the mission vehicles. So here we have our shop. So we have our sell point, customized point here, and our shop trigger. And I noticed on here we've got little oil stains on the brickwork. And now there's a map that's coming out very soon. I'm sure you've all seen the preview videos of West Coast. And that was the first map that I had seen someone talk about these oil stains. So I was kind of surprised and kind of excited to see this map had oil stains on it. Kloss, John Deere, and Fendt signs. All right, let's go ahead and drive on up this road. So we own this field right here to our left. And it looks like there's something in the middle of this field here. There is. Oh, does this have collisions? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's depressing. So in the middle of this field we have a kind of like a manhole cover. But as you can see, we can drive straight through it. So that's a little depressing. I'd like to see that have a collision on it. You know, some people would be like, oh, heck no, I don't want that to have a collision because then I can't hire workers and then I can't do this and I can't do that. But, I don't know. The fact that you can drive through it, that's not so fun for me. So we have one of our numbered forests over here to the left. We got a nice bench here. We've got nice rocks in the forested area. And let's jump out and let's see if we can hear some birds. Oh, we got a chainsaw in here. Alright. The other forest that I was walking through when I was doing a prep of this video had some interesting bird sounds. So this particular forest seems to have chainsaw sounds. All right. So I'm just trying to look around, kind of get a general feel for the map. Again, we got some pretty nice sized grass meadows here that we can cut. So this is the pig farm up here. So we have a nice house here. We got a little storage. Does this open? There we go. I thought this opened. Maybe a little storage here. So I think this is a don't bash me if I'm wrong, but I think this is like a Farm Sim 15 building with where you would like have animal breeding or whatnot going on. So in here we have our customization icon. So we got a little customized shop here at this particular farm also. And again, we have a seed storage silo here. So you can store seed here. Let's go ahead and buy us up some piggies. Alright. Another storage building for equipment. Again, it's got the wrong sign on it, but this is a fertilizer storage silo. And then this little doohickey, this is a farm silo. That is rather interesting. If you've not seen this before, let's open the gate. You do that by holding the right mouse button. You can close it by holding the right mouse button. And over here, you have to activate. Now let's take a look. See this pipe? And when we activate it, it rotates out. So once we activate it, we can now fill from here. We've got a little bit of a readout here to tell us the capacities in the storage silo. Again, we have some more storage here. This particular building looks like it's equipped with collisions, so you can tip anywhere your root crops or your general crops to feed your pigs. And this is your pig barn. So I feel sorry for these guys, because this is where they live. This is the only spot they live. They never exit the building. They kind of live in here all the time. So this is your feed trough and your water trough areas, both this side and this side. Okay. So here's your manure pile point, and this is your slurry fill point right here. Nice little drain there to catch any slurry that finds its way out. And then there's a silage bunker here, interestingly enough. And that's your pig farm. So let's take this road kind of out. And we'll turn down here. We're gonna have to go in cab because I'm just not being able to see where I'm going with these trees. Let's spin back around and run up the, whoa, watch out. Run up the road here. So this is the area that I was hearing the bird sounds in. Oh, we got some mud. I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds like a little cuckoo bird. It gets louder around that house. I know that. Alright, so again, there's the field with the windmill in it, wind turbine. To give you a little general frame of reference. There's some more of the fields. Another forestry area here. Oh, we got a burned out barn or house. Almost makes me want to drive through all of the forests just to hear if there are other unique sounds in each forest. We do need to cut across here. Oh, we got a guardrail there. Well, let's jump in cab and see if we can't figure out how to get over there then. Let's just drive through here. I got some more mud going on. Alrighty. So I haven't seen, there's traffic. I was going to say I haven't seen traffic. But there is some traffic on the road. So we're going to go into here. When I was doing my first look at this map, I noticed this area on the PDA wasn't really marked with any type of indicators as to what it was, but it was obviously cleared off of a space. So here we have a working sawmill. So this says it's a selling point for wood, although this more or less looks like a sawmill that makes board pallets. So you'd put your logs here. You'd need to bring fuel in and put here. And fuel is typically straw, wood chips, or wool. You'll get wood chips out of here, and you'll get your board pallets will spawn here. And the board pallets will sell anywhere that they sell wood chips. And once you start running this, it's somewhat self-sustaining in that you can take your wood chips out of here and put them right back in there. Alright. Let's move on down to the BGA, which is right down the road from here. But I guess before we do that, we should go ahead and hit the sheep area, which I think is right here. Yep, here's the sheep area. So the wool pallets actually spawn in this building, which is pretty cool. Looking for a light switch. I saw a light here. I'm not seeing a light switch. Is it on a post? Nope. Alright. Is it outside? Okay. So it's a pretty small sheep area, but we do have a little bit of a building for any tractors or any equipment that you'd want for your sheep. Here's where we'll buy our sheep. And we have a grass trough and a water trough inside. So you'll need to open the gate, come in here and give them water. And is this a water trigger? It is not. Are there any water triggers here? I'm not seeing any. Alright. Let's move on. Oh, maybe there's a water trigger over there. I don't see one. Oh, it's right there. I'm blind. Here's where you can get your water for your sheepies. We got another map author. Like to put lots of these little lots of things in the middle of the fields. Here we got a storm drain of some sort, or maybe an underground spring that someone has simply put a pipe and a kind of a brick head on. That's just dumping out. Another one of these manhole covers. So I'm a little interested to see if any of this has collisions on it. That one does. Is this a tree? Can I run into this tree? I can run into the tree. How about this thing? Can I run into that? No, I just drive right through that. How about this fence? Alright, the fence has got collisions. Some things have collisions, but other things don't. It's a little, like I said, it's a little disappointing. I'd like to see you have to run into those things and basically have to avoid them and mow around them or harvest around them. Alright, well, before we get to the BGA, let's go ahead and check this area out. So here we have our other sell point for our grain. And we have a fuel point down there. And let's spin on around here. This is kind of your catch-all area. This is your buy point for wool. And we have a Seedmaster here for production of seed. So you bring grain in here. You put liquid fertilizer in here, and you get your seeds out of that pipe there. And I wanted to show this off to you guys because I thought this was a really great touch. So this is our other animal dealer. This is where you're going to be buying your animals. Oh, look at this, is cool. So this is an only buy. You can only buy from here. Okay? You give back. Alright, you can't sell from here. So let's go check this other one out. Animal purchase. So, yep, you can only sell from here. You can't buy from here. So that answers that. This is indeed an animal sell point. And this one down here is the animal buy point. But that's not what I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you over here. Well, this isn't exactly what I want to show you. But this sets up what I want to show you. So here we have a grocery market. This market will buy your eggs and your milk. Okay, so here's where you deliver your soy milk from the Soymilk Facility or your regular milk. And this is the market. And what I wanted to show you was this this little building over here. We got our lady waiting on the bus, and then we got a shopping cart on top of the little bus hut. And when I saw this, I just had to again, I had to give a little chuckle on this because the first thing I thought was that the vagrant little neighborhood kids up to no good went and stole a cart from the supermarket and tossed it up on top of the bus stop. So again, little things like that make it make the map feel real, in my opinion. All right, let's make our way up here to the BGA. Looks like we have bi-directional traffic. There's our sheeps. monument and a bench there. Alright, so we gotta go on in here, go through the scale, we'll come around here. So here's our BGA. We have 2 bunkers, 2 silage bunkers here. We have our Compost Master. So we're bringing biodegradable material in here: potatoes, sugar beets, wood chips, straw, manure into here. We deliver fuel here, and we get our compost over here. Now let's check and see if there is a sell point for compost. Yes, right here. So here's your compost sell point. Let's see if we can't find that on the map. Okay, so our compost sell point is up here by our grains buy point. Or you could use compost on the fields as an equivalent to manure. Here's where you would sell your wood chips. Again, we have some equipment storage in here. Our Silo King is here. Now there's a ramp here, but I believe this is simply for a wheel loader to ramp up. And your digestate is around the corner here. So here's your fill for your digestate. Okay. So that's the little small BGA. Let's take a look, and I think we pretty much have seen everything as far as it goes. We've seen this, we've seen that, we've got to all of our animals. You know, the only thing we've got is some more grass meadows and some regular fields. I believe the biggest field is field 17. Let's go ahead and check. Field 5 is 2.5 hectares. Field 17 is 2.2. Okay, so field 5 so far is the biggest. Field 23 is 2.65 hectares, so that one's bigger. That's probably about it. Let's check this one out. 1.94. Alright, so there it is, guys. This is Kleinseelheim, Helm. You know, before I started doing this video, I went to Google Translate and had it speak to me, and I think I pronounced it pretty good at the start of the video, but now I have since forgotten how to pronounce it, so I apologize for that. But I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider clicking the like button. If you've not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do map videos every Tuesday and Thursday on average. And I encourage you to go check out 2 really awesome web communities, PCSG and 3 Dudes Gaming Network. Both of them are linked in my description below. So until next time, guys, happy farming.